Good morning, students. Today I'll be starting the new chapter from our accounts consignment. This is the third chapter in your textbook, and you must have got an idea by now what is consignment through the link which I have forwarded yesterday in our WhatsApp group. So to tell about consignment, it basically deals with goods, sales of goods, and this word is actually picked up from the French word consigne, which means to hand over or transfer or transit, or we can also say send. So here in consignment, what happens is the owner, because he cannot be everywhere to sell his product, what he does is he appoints or selects the agents, various people who will be selling his products on his behalf. So here how both the parties are profited is or are affected is owner, because his products will be sold, he will be making profit, because he will tell the agent, the person who is selling on his behalf, what will be the price he is supposed to sell that particular product. And the person who is selling, because he will receive commission on sales, he will try to sell all the products on behalf of the owner. So that is the basic idea of consignment. Here goods will be sent from the owner to the person who will be selling on behalf of the owner. So there are two parties which are involved in consignment. One is called as the principal, that is the owner, whom we also call as consignor, and the other person who is selling on behalf of the owner is agent, and we call him in terms of accounts as the consignee. Okay. So these two terms you will all have to remember very carefully. The owner of the goods is called as the consignor, and the person who is having or who is working as an agent on behalf of the owner will be called as consignee. Okay. So here when the owner is sending the goods to this agent for sales, he will send a performer invoice, an invoice which will have all the items, the number of items are being sold, and the quantity of the items and its weight or any other relevant information. It is just like a sales invoice, dear students, but in sales invoice the person who is buying, who is taking these goods have to pay, but here the consignee don't have to pay. What he will do is he will receive all the items and he will sell it, and later on he will give an account after the sales is done. I'll come to that. Before that, performer invoice, this is this is the invoice which the owner is sending to the consignee, to the agent, telling the quantity of goods and the price also at which the consignee is supposed to sell the item, and any other relevant information regarding that. So it is a proof between both the parties that number of items are being sent. Now the items have reached. Now before they reach there will be certain expenses which the consignor, the owner, have to put, like loading expenses will be there. The goods have to be sent, isn't it? So whatever means they are sending it, the goods have to be loaded. Then transportation expenses will be there, and also there is lot of risk involved in it. So because there is no guarantee that the goods sent from here will reach that particular place or not, there will be owners who will be taking insurance on these goods as well. So that is going to be one other expense, and there will be many more expenses, dear students, which you will be learning further in the chapter. So likewise, the consignee, when he receives the good, he will have unloading charges. Then he'll also have to pay the transportation till he takes those items to his godown. He'll have to pay the godown rent. So there will be expenses on both the parties. The consignor also have to bear certain expenses, and consignee also have to bear certain expenses. So here consignee, what he does is after he sells all the items, for example, I am based in Visakhapatnam, and I have produced these showpieces which I have sent to one of my agents who is there in Hyderabad. Say some 100 pieces I have sent, and I told my agent to sell each piece for let us say 100 rupees. So total 10,000 amount I am supposed to receive from that agent. Now agent has received it. Now because agent will make commission on the sales, he will try to sell this product for 200 rupees, or let us say 150 rupees. Means as much as he can sell my product for, he will get commission on that. So that is why agents, they show interest to work on behalf of the owners because of making money, making commission. So agents also I will select in such a way who has got good, his circle is good, he knows the market very well, he has got ample customers in his hand. So these are all business tactics, dear students, which the consigner at the same time consignee also follows. So what basically I mean to say is, like the owner is sending the performer invoice regarding all the details, number of items I am sending, what is the price the consignee is supposed to sell. Likewise, consignee will send me a account sales, where he'll put all the number of items I have sent 100. He has sold it for let us say each 150. So 15,000 rupees that. Then he'll also quote all the expenses. What are the unloading charges amount he has paid. Then if he has also taken any insurance on the goods, and his commission. So after deducting all these expenses and his commission, what is the original amount that should come to me, he will send. Okay, so that is account sales. Account sales is an account where the whole information will be given by the agent to the owner, telling these are the products, I have sold it for so much amount, this is my commission which I have to get. So after deducting all this amount, what is the actual amount to be remitted to me, to be given to the consigner, will be sent either by a check, or it could be deposited to my bank account, or cash. So that is again an understanding between the consigner and consignee. So this is about both the parties in consignment, dear students. And if you speak about the characteristics, first and foremost parties, you all are very much aware by now what are the parties. We have consigner and consignee. Then what is the relationship between them? Owner is called as the principal, who is the holder of the goods, and consignee is called as the agent, who is going to sell these goods. Now risk, if we are talking about risk, the risk which is involved in this, it has to be borne, it has to be, it will be completely bared by the owner of the goods, that is consigner of the goods. Consignee doesn't have to pay or take any risk whatever is arising out of this consignment. And if we talk about the ownership of the goods, ownership of the goods is always with the consignor. He is the owner all the time. And even if the whole sales is done, whatever amount of stock is left over, even that stock has to go back to the consigner, because he has all the rights on that stock also. And expenses, whatever expenses are arising in this consignment, all the expenses will be borne by the consigner. Okay, so that was about the features, characteristics of consignment. To talk about the differentiation between consignment and sales, the ownership, if we talk about the ownership or possession of the items, in consignment it is always of the consigner, whereas if we are talking about sales, the ownership or possession of the items is of the seller till he sells his product, and later on it is passed on to the buyer. And parties, in consignment we have consigner and consignee, and in sales we have buyer and seller. The relationship between, if we are talking about the relationship between these parties, it is of principal and agent when we are talking about consignment, and the relationship ends once the product is sold. In case of sales, the relationship between seller and buyer ends once the purchase is done by the buyer. And risk, if you are talking about the risk is always borne by the consigner in consignment, whereas the risk is transferred till the item is with the seller. The risk is taken up by the seller, and once the item is sold, the risk pertaining to that particular item, it has to be borne by the buyer. And regarding consideration, basically consignment, why consignee takes up this consignment is to make commission, and in sales it is the profit motive, that because of which the seller sells his product. And here in consignment, because consignee sells the product to make commission. Then we have expenses. All the expenses related to this consignment, it is borne by the consignee. though the consigner, though the consignee is putting some expenses, but later on he takes that amount from the consigner. So what I want to tell here is, whatever expenses is happening in the consignment, they are to be paid by the consigner, whereas in sale, expenses are borne by the seller till the item is with him, and later on the expenses are borne by the buyer once he buys the item from the seller. And account sales, in consignment, the account sales is provided by the consignee, whereas in sales there is nothing as such which is done by the buyer. And if we are talking about the profit and loss is taken up by the consigner in consignment, and here in sale, all the profit arising from the sales is taken up by the seller. So this was the difference between consignment and sales, dear students. That is about today's class, and tomorrow I'll be explaining you different types of commission, and also we'll start the accounting treatment for our this chapter, consignment. Thank you.